So there's three of us now. We're really having a hard time deciding what to call us because, you know, when you have three, there's the Three Stooges, Three Musketeers, Three Amigos, maybe just Three Hikers is where we're going to go.
First thing on the trail this morning, get these really big boulder rocks. Pretty cool. Just right next to the trail. As we begin day 8, there's a significant change in the foliage already. Most of the trees have gotten to that golden crisp brown where the leaves are falling off. You look up on the hills and there's a lot less leaves on trees, and the trail is completely covered in leaves now. So fall it is, and we hit the peak colors. There's still colors out now, but rocks. So yeah, just a difference. I'm thinking maybe by the time we get done that most of the trees are going to be in the barren state. We shall see what it looks like.
So here's a trail thought. Yesterday I had some pain in my left knee, and it was quite quite surprising because I don't normally have pain in my knee. And Scott loaned me one of his knee braces and helped quite a bit. And then last night I took a leave and it helped, but there was some pain and there was some concern, obviously, because it's a knee. But I think that the trail sometimes gives you pain, like it's necessary to go through some pain to have some gains, to get to your goal. And I think it's kind of like life. You have to go through some pain to get to your goals. So I learn a little bit every day. I'm glad that today my knee is feeling good. Still there. It wakes me up every little bit, but it's better. So the other piece of gear that Scott and I have the same is the trekking pole. And I know Scott's done a little bit on the video on trekking poles and the value of them. And for us, we use a brand called Lecky. They're aluminum poles. They adjust, and with a pop-up lock. Lucky's one of the big features is that they have a quote-unquote lifetime guarantee, and I have used that. I broke a pole when I was at the Ouachita National Forest and contacted them, took pictures of the break. They had shipped the part back to me within, I don't know, I think it was within 30 days. So if you're on a trail, it would not be one of those things that, maybe a little bit of a problematic. But the value of trekking poles, I can't tell you how many times has saved me from a fall. Not everybody uses them. They like to have their hands free, and that's a personal preference. But for us, for Scott and I, the value of the poles and the stability it adds, the leverage it gives, is it's not an option. Now you'll see that Jason uses a different brand. I actually have some trekking poles from Dick's Sporting Goods that I bought for, I want to say, less than 40 bucks. And they're outstanding trekking poles. They work fine. And they would work for any trail, really, including setting up my tent. So you don't have to go expensive. Lucky is a expensive product. I mean, one of the pricier ones, but not the priciest. The priciest would be carbon fiber poles. And it's based on, the lightness of them. But anyway, so trekking poles, that's what we're using. Decide whether you want to use trekking poles on your hike or not. That's always a personal preference, like everything else. So get out and hike. It's a rock wall feature. Interesting out here, as remote it is. Sometimes the trail just rewards you. Nice, soft pine needles, beautiful colors in the early morning on November 8th. Makes it all worthwhile. A lot of the trail there's been a leaf off, but the places that are wet still and not always in the sun still have the colors. And this is one of them. We're in a low area.
One of the things you notice on a through hike is just how you cross a road, cross a creek, and the terrain just completely changes, like from day to night. Again, this forest that we're in now with these pine trees walking on needles nice and soft and all of this, it was just after we stepped over a creek, and before that it was completely different. Sometimes you're on a bunch of boulders and rocks and cross a creek and you're into a nice smooth forest and different kinds of trees, but you'd never know things like that unless you were walking through and seeing it happen. But it's really a cool thing to be able to experience nature in this changing form like this, where you're still in trees and there's still lots of them, but it's just that significant change like that happening. Just a wonderful thing. We'll just turn the corner here and boom, we're out of the pine trees. now into a different kind of a tree, and it was just 10 feet. So anyway, just a nice trail note. We are getting ready to cross a little tiny creek to get over there.
It's like my old friend used to say, there's good MIS and then there's better MIS.
Amazing, brilliant yellows on this side. Golds on this side. We're at mile 92, and I would say this is another victim of a tornado through here. You can see the trees, many of them snapped off. Yeah, just multiple downs. Mile 92.
We've been walking through blowdowns for the last quarter mile. Thankful for for the trail maintenance people. This is an impossible area without it. It's hard to capture how majestic this rock formation is on the side of the trail, off the side of the trail. It is really, really beautiful. Well, this wraps up day 8. We started at ozone at 84.7. We ended at 100.8. Pretty big milestone for us. Good day of hiking. Again, a lot. What was that mountain we went up?
Rosetta.
Rosetta. We didn't find the Rosetta Stone, though. It wasn't there. I mean, we looked and didn't see it. We saw a couple fannies of deer running away from us, and a lot of great water features and rock features. So we're right here beside a stream, beautiful campsite. I'll kind of go over here and flip you back around so you can see it, see the campsite. But anyway, right about there. And so anyway, thanks for watching, and keep on hiking.